Thank you, Mr. President. We are here yet again debating an issue that other states have looked at and in their wisdom decided to turn away from in the best interests of their own economies and of their state's reputation and with respect for their immigrant populations who are part of the backbone of the economy in the state of Georgia. Yes, our immigrant workforce is part of the backbone of our economy. You go up to Hall County, you go up to North Georgia where all those millions of chickens are being raised, plucked, gutted, and processed. We ate some today for lunch. Who do you think, whose hands were on those chickens? We all know whose hands were on those chickens. The hands of Hispanic laborers, Spanish-speaking people who've come here from other nations in search of bettering the lot of their families and to fill the jobs that are available. Nobody ran people out of jobs in Georgia. The jobs are there available, and you know what? There are going to be more jobs available. As all of us grow older, as long-term care needs, which require heavy staffing, we are an aging nation, and our survival depends, as it always has, on accepting the next wave of immigrants from somewhere around the world. My folks came from Ireland, and they had the signs up, "No Irish need apply." There were even songs about it. I'll refrain from humming a line or two. But every immigrant wave has faced, alternatively, the welcome mat and the opportunity to work, but also had to overcome a wave of discrimination that accompanied that. True leaders stand up in the face of hatred. They stand up in the face of misinformation. They stand up in the face of bad numbers. And they say, we're going to do what's in the best interest of our state. And we have heard since last September, when the first hearings were held, we have been hearing from the business leaders of this state. I could give you the names of the CEOs of some of the largest corporations whose footprint extends around the world. They have been in this Capitol sitting down and meeting with our senior leadership and asking them for moderation and to back off of pursuing this course of action. And we talk about ourselves as a pro-business state, and we talk about ourselves as wanting to grow jobs in this bad economy. And yet we sit here and persist one more time after we worked on this bill for several hours the other night with fair exchange of ideas, numbers of amendments, an honest discussion and debate, and votes that we took as a body, and we amended this bill and took things out. Now we stand here today with those essential elements of that bill back in that we had taken out, and we're preparing to go over the cliff as a state. And I have no doubt in my mind in telling you, if this legislature passes this bill, sends it to the governor and has the governor's signature, and it becomes the law of Georgia, we will live to regret it. We have just begun the bare beginnings of turning our economy back in the right direction. We all are working with the burden of low revenues, high unemployment. And we hear from business, please don't do this to us. We hear from agribusiness, we beg of you, don't do this to us. We hear from employers who have benefited from a workforce of decades now that are up there making the carpets in North Georgia. They're legal, they're here, they're raising their families, they're contributing to the economy, they're buying homes, they're sending their children to school. They're living the American dream right up there in northwest Georgia, making the carpet industry for the world. That population is going to be negatively impacted by this bill. You've crafted a bill that insists on demonizing people of brown skin and people with Spanish accents. And we've done it in the face of the pleas of business. Don't do this. This will be bad for the economy. And the Vidalia onions are coming in. May is the month, remember? We all await anxiously. Some of them are here already. Some people will be taking home 10-pounder boxes of Vidalia onions tomorrow. And that's the posture we're in here. We could choose to insist on our position and send this bill back to the House. We could choose to do that. That choice is before us. Our hands are not tied.